Hi, what's up, everyone? こんにちは、こんばんは。皆さん、元気ですか? So, today, actually, we will actually talk about pronunciation. So, you have only two choices. You will be able to speak Japanese in the future, or you will be never be able to speak Japanese. So that's why you have only two choices. Then, I think you should choose you'll be able to speak Japanese in the future because if you give up, you don't have this future, zero. So that's why how you gonna actually make these things happen, and then you don't want to take a lot of time, and then try to think about your future. You have a Japanese friends. You can maybe work in Japan. Maybe you're already working in Japan. You can actually change the position. Now it's just like a worker and like you are working as a robot. You don't talk with a coworker. You just do this like a right and the left, right and the left, right and left, and then maybe you don't want to continue these things forever, because if you don't try to change, obviously no one can actually give you, hi, this is the best job, here you are. You have to actually find, and you have to try to change. Otherwise, these things right now that you have this situation usually continue forever, right? If you don't try to change. Yeah, it's not like when we are student. When we are student was very easy, because from elementary school, automatically you can go to junior high school, automatically you can go to the high school, and usually you go to the university. Or like sometimes like me, I didn't have money, I couldn't go to university, or just I don't want to work, I don't want to study so much, so I didn't go university. But it's student life is like this. You always have step by step you can actually step up. But it's adult, can you imagine? Oh, it's like hot. Like me, 35 years old. If I don't make, plan, if I don't make a plan to actually step up, usually nothing change. Just getting old, like, here, here, it's just getting old. And if you don't use the brain, it's getting usually old. And naturally just become old person. I'm 35. 5 years later, if I don't try to change anything, it's gonna be exactly same. It's just I become 40 years old, and 45 years old, and then 50 years old, and nothing changed. Oh, it's already past 10 years. Oh my god, I become 45. No one like give you, look, this is a graduation, so let's go next step. Let's go next step, like a high school, university, or something. Oh, let's change next year, let's change the job. We are the Japan language factory that it's actually, we support you to actually step up. Sometimes I cannot push myself to step up. I cannot push myself to speak Japanese people. I cannot step up. I cannot push myself to actually start actually learning Japanese, not just thinking. It's not just like I'm watching something. It's not like just you spend the time. Here, we are the supporter. If you really want to change something, job, relationship, lifestyle, house is, you are in your country, maybe you want to change, you want to move, it's going to be a super life changing. So that's why if you want to change something, we are here. So today is about pronunciation. So if you have any comment, you can comment here, and always I can answer your question as much as possible. Anything you want about Japanese culture, about the Japanese language, Japanese company, Japanese people, Japanese way of thinking, anything that you have a question, comment here on YouTube or Facebook. I can see you and I can answer as much as possible. So anything you want, you can write down. For example, about learning Japanese, how many years, how many months are you learning? Why are you learning? Always I say the same things, but it's reason why you study Japanese. This is a key. This is the key. Depends on what you want. It's gonna be a totally different things you need to do. For example, today is a pronunciation. If you don't need to speak Japanese, then bye. There's no point to listen my YouTube video. Actually, watch the YouTube because pronunciation is you need to talk. So that's why if you want to communicate, if you want to meet the Japanese people, that would be the best exercise today. So let's start. So today, actually, I'm gonna pick my favorite YouTuber. This is actually last time also I share, and then pronunciation. Who is the best teacher of pronunciation? Is definitely native people, right? Then today, let's see native people's conversation. And this is actually my favorite YouTuber, and then I can share and even I can translate. If you have any question, you can write down here. Comment. So let's see what kind of conversation they have. So I will share the screen. I hope you can see. So now you can see the screen. Okay, here. This YouTuber is my favorite YouTuber. And then this Osan. If I call Osan, then I think he will be angry maybe, but it's okay. Osan is like old man, like a uncle, like age age between 40 to 50 to 60. This age man is called bad way Osan. Osan. So this is I like this Osan. And then this is another Osan is I think around again like 45 or maybe 50 or something. He is not Osan. He is actually a high school student. High school student in Japan. High school student in Japan. He is actually presenting his some business idea to this businessman. So Horimon, and he is a high school representative of a high school, and then he's a high school student. He is something presenting about the new business, and then his businessman, professional person actually can give him the comment, oh yeah, this is your nice idea, you have a nice idea, or you don't have nice idea, whatever. He actually, so that's why this is actually kind of very similar situation when you take the job interview. Like he is a company owner, an actually company owner, and he's like kind of he's presenting his idea, like business project, and he actually will ask something, comment something. So this is like really typical situation, like a job interview or any like you give the project idea. So today is because it's pronunciation improvement. First, let's hear the native people's conversation. So let's see. So this is here, it's written. Somebody can read the kanji. If you have learned kanji, maybe some people can understand some information from here. This is 自己紹介. It's written 自己紹介. 自己紹介 is a self-introduction. So his name is, I think, family name, Iso. Iso? No? I'm not sure. Iso? りょうたくん for sure. His name is りょうた。高校2年生。高校2年生。So high school, second year. which means 16 years old. So he's 16 years old. So 活動, his activity, 16 years old Japanese boy, his activity is システム開発会社でのインターン等. So that's why system is system, システム. 開発 is development. 会社 is company. And intern is intern. This is you actually go to the company to actually experience the system engineer. 将来 is the future. His future, what he want is a startup. He want to do some business. Startup など、CTO などを務め、I'm not sure CTO. CTO is like a type of CEO, I think. を務め、新しい技術に触れ続けたい。新しい new 技術、テクノロジー。触れ続けたい。I want to continue touching. I want to continue touching the new technology, which means I really want to work for new technology all the time. Okay, so let's start hearing what kind of conversations they have.
スタートアップ等での CTO などを務め、将来は新しい技術に触れ続けられるような仕事ができたらいいなと考えておりますですね。
So, of course, Japanese native people speak to you really fast. Try to imagine you are there. 3 people, Japanese people, and you will be there. What you can do? Because when you go to Japan or when you speak to the Japanese people, it's always like this, right? 3 or 4 Japanese people and you, right? Try to imagine what you can do. What you can do. You don't understand, so you're gonna be panic, just be panic or no existence. Like I mean, you are just behind and you're just like doing, huh? So try imagine what you can do. Today is because it's a training of pronunciation. What you can do with these 3 people. So try imagine.
インターン以外にも、自分でアプリを開発していて、それのお話をさせていただきます。
So he said, intern でもアプリケーションを開発していて、so he actually developing some application, so he said I'd like to present. I see. Good luck, りょうたくん。
スキャンフラッシュカードとはどんなアプリなのか、口頭で説明しても少し分かりづらいところがあると思うので、デモムービーを作ってきました。ご覧ください。皆さんは単語帳を一から作るのは面倒くさい。そう思ったことはありませんか？スキャンフラッシュカードなら、その悩みを簡単に解決することができます。単語帳に登録したい単語を持った教科書や単語帳の写真を撮ると、単語を AI が自動で解析。あとは覚えたい単語を選択するだけ。あっという間に単語帳の完成です。あなたもスキャンフラッシュカードを使って、より良い語学学習ライフを送りましょう。といったものになっております。
So what you can understand from here, his presentation is scan flashcard. So he actually made this application and he was presenting and then he was explaining the detail of this application.
でですね、現在の状況について話していきたいと思います。現在は Web アプリが完成していて、ユーザーテストとして友人数名に使っていただいております。ただ今後はモバイルアプリを軸に開発したいと考えていて、伊藤ジュニア等のコンテスト系に応募して開発資金をいただきながら開発できたらいいなと考えております。次に簡単なロジックを少しだけ説明させていただきます。画像を抽出する部分ですが、画像をクライアント側から Google の API に投げて、それを返ってきた単語をデータベースに突っ込むという形になっています。ここではですね、何が言いたいのかというと、Google の API だけで複雑な部分が完結しているので、多言語化がすごい簡単にできます。なので、日本語から日本語
So he's actually talking about the Google API. If you like technology, of course, you already know. But today, actually, I'm going to show you how to do the best training with this Google technology to improve your Japanese pronunciation. So this is, check it out. So he's actually, presenting his application that he made and to actually help Japanese people to learn English. I see. So when you are listening, try imagine you are in this meeting. For example, you go to Japan. Maybe you can go to university in Japan. Everybody, Japanese people, Japanese professor, Japanese teacher, Japanese student, and you got some nice chance to join the university. And then, wow, they speak so fast. Almost, I don't understand anything. I don't understand anything. To how can I be? How can you become? Oh, I can understand everything. This is a point where you need to really understand what should you do. What should you do step by step to reach these things to understand? So today is about pronunciation, but also you can exactly understand how you actually become a Japanese speaker to communicate with these people.
英語や英語から日本語、中国語から英語など、さまざまなバージョンで使えるようにしたいと考えています。なので、最終的には全世界で使っていただけるようなサービスになれたらできたらなと思っております。そこで、堀江さんに質問です。サービスをグロースさせるためにはどのような
So this is like he's presenting himself, yeah, and then he actually presenting his business, and after that he actually right now he changed the topic. He actually saying to the other guy that it's this is my presentation. So then now I have a question to you. How actually, for example, here カタカナサービスをグロースさせるためには、どのような手法を取るべきなのか。ステップ1、日本国内。ステップ2、すべての国。So this is his first question. サービス is service. グロース is English Japanese. Growth. But actually grow means させるためには how can I improve? How can I make this service grow? Step 1, inside the country, inside Japan. Step 2, it's all over the world. I see.
国内とすべての国という2つの手順についてアドバイスをいただきたいです。よろしくお願いします。
So, you understand? よろしくお願いします。So, whenever you had the self-introduction, you actually always say, よろしくお願いします。So, this is my introduction is done. Thank you so much for listening. よろしくお願いします。Even you don't understand what they are talking at all, but you can learn so many things. Face. What Japanese people usually, what kind of face when they are presenting? Listener, what kind of reaction they do? Is it same way to express their feeling with your country, or Japan is totally different? Even if you don't understand how to communicate with Japanese people, what is a bad behavior? What is a good behavior? If you don't understand, it's gonna be just I don't understand first of all what they are talking. Second of all, I don't know how to actually start communicating because they speak so fast. I don't know how to cut the conversation. And then how to start. The first phrase is what? So many, I think, question you feel. Then what's happened? So many foreigner, it's just they don't talk Japanese to Japanese people. That's a huge problem. It's one time is okay, but it's every time, every day. Try to think, how can I join this conversation? Oh my god! And then you study with a textbook alone, which is totally not native conversation. Oral Japanese, documentation Japanese is totally different, and still you are actually it's not enough to study, so I have to study by myself. It's then the time passes every day, and I have met so many foreigners who live in Japan more than 10 years. Still, they are struggling to join the conversation with them. Why? I was there who was totally opposite side, that I couldn't understand how to join this English conversation with American, British. How can I join that? I can speak just I am something. My name is something. I felt so far away. But it's just this is 6 years ago. You don't need to even spend 20 years to join this conversation. You can really join, but you need to know how to study. This is really point. Otherwise, you will never be able to join any conversation. Yep. It's a huge point that you need to know what to do with this. So, do you remember he was presenting the application, right? And then let's see their comment.
プレゼンは良かったですね。
Oh, what he said first. What he said first. はあ、プレゼンは良かったね。プレゼンは良かったね。Thank you so much your self-introduction. プレゼンは良かったね。Yeah, presentation was good. Presentation was good. He was saying, プレゼンは良かったね。Presentation was good. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。Even no one say ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Do you know native way to say thank you? Do you know native way to say thank you? No one say ありがとうございます。No one. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。あざーす。ありがとうございます。That's the native way to say thank you. No one say ありがとうございます。Thank you. Oh, you learning Japanese? Oh, great. Thank you. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。So this is today's also, of course, we do the pronunciation training. So how they talk, this is a point. We need to get the native sentences, native pronunciation.
良かったんですけど、そもそも単語帳って、語学学習に役に立たないと思ってる派なんです。
So very strict opinion. So this time, how Japanese people actually react, because this person said, "Thank you so much for presentation," but actually, I don't think Somosomo, first of all, 単語帳is this vocabulary book. 語学学習に learning language 役に立たない。It's useless、と思っている派。I am the person that it's 思っている。I'm thinking that it's 役に立たない。Not useful. Useless. For 語学学習 learning language is about vocabulary book. It's useless. 思っている。I'm thinking. Then, oh my god. My presentation was totally wrong. Oh my god, he don't like me. He doesn't like me. Then what the Japanese people react?
なんか微妙だなって思ってます。そこが。
微妙。Not cool. Not cool. 微妙。微妙 means not cool. Not cool. Not cool idea.
前提として単語帳ってやった気になる、勉強した気になるツールかなって思って。
So the vocabulary book is just you feel that, yeah, I studied. 単語帳は the vocabulary book is 勉強した気になる。You actually feel, I studied. 勉強した。I studied. 気になる。I feel. ツール。to だと思っている。I think. And now you have, I think, feel that it's, you think that, oh, what the fuck? What is this grammar? I have no idea grammar. I have no idea what kind of sentence structure. That's what I'm telling you. Don't stop translating from your language to Japanese. European language, Spanish, German, French, English, Greek, Italian. I can say this is one category that is this Western language. Then Japanese, There's zero comparison. Believe me, there's nothing that you can use from your European language. So that's why if you are still try to translate your language to Japanese, you will never, ever, never, ever be able to speak Japanese. That's my opinion. Because how I felt, how I feeling right now. This is Japanese language is my mother language. That is I was using, I'm using for 35 years from baby. My mother, father was Japanese. Everybody speak like this. And try imagine, I have to speak English. I want to learn English. Nothing is same. I just now I feel like I'm American person, something like that. I don't consider myself that I'm Japanese. I don't actually, do like these things. We don't have like this gesture. We don't have it, and we don't even like speak like this. Even we don't move mouth like this. Even my face is different. Uh, it's all everything. It's different. It's not actually native Terumi. I am now it's pretending that it's I am like kind of American Terumi, that it's I just acting that it's English. I just switch. Okay, the brain is not even 1%. I'm not thinking about Japanese. When I'm speaking English, it's 100% I'm focusing on English. I'm not translating from Japanese to English. If I do that, I will never be able to speak anything. Look this grammar. It's super crazy, right? 単語帳は単語 is vocabulary. 帳 is book. は is about. 勉強した I studied. 気になる I felt. I feeling. する to. だと that. 思っている I'm thinking. So what does it mean? What does it mean? So that's why you really just need to understand just the Japanese language, no translation of your language. So that's why what you can do is you don't need to learn like that specific sentences, because you will never speak like this sentence. Exact same sentence you will never be you will never speak, right? Because this is not your sentence. How you gonna use this specific sentence? That's why you need to focus your self-introduction, because it's just you don't remember this sentence even you learn right now, and tomorrow you don't remember, and tomorrow you never use. So that's why like some people say like I'm learning Japanese, I'm watching drama and I try to learn to speak. You can learn the pronunciation or how they react like a face, you know that I can learn so much from the movie, how they actually react, hey, like, or like this, or like this, or something like just I can learn something. But it's how to speak is nothing. You cannot learn. That's why you need to focus on the useful sentences that you can use it like every day. For example, what is this? For example, like this sentence is much useful than you actually learn specific grammar or specific vocabulary, specific sentences. Yeah. So we just watched 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 53 seconds you just watch with the Japanese conversation. Can you imagine you live there, you living in Japan, or you already live in Japan, and you need to, join this conversation like 4 hours, 5 hours. Some people even feel like really uncomfortable because I don't understand anything and I cannot join the conversation. I feel super alone and like I'm not existing. Like It just this is that was just 2 minutes. Try imagine this, conversation you need to join for 5 hours, 4 hours every day. Even like you feel, oh my god, I don't understand anything. Like I don't feel I feel like there's no meaning to stay there.
はい、どうですか？僕は中学時代、ここを覚えてくださいっていう教科書とかの教科書とかの一部を渡されて、覚えてきなさいって時に、単語帳を作ったら覚えられるタイプだったんですよ。それを手書きで書くより、
What about you?
それでその単語の中
何
で覚えられたら楽なんじゃないかと思って、これを作ったっていうのも少しあるんですけど。
So, like this, Japanese people speak to you very, very fast, very, very fast. And it's try imagine like a Osaka accent, Tokyo accent, and Hokkaido accent, and northern Japan accent. And in northern Japan, there are so many prefecture, and in southern Japan, they have Osaka, and then the other Kansai area, they have different accent. And in South Japan, it's of Fukuoka, Kumamoto, Kagoshima, they have different accent. That's the 99% of foreigner really falling this into the super difficulty to actually communicate with Japanese people, because what you learn with the textbook was totally useless when actually join the conversation with them. You really feel. Then today, what you can do step by step, and also how actually start communicating with them, exactly like how. Now nothing understand, zero understanding, to actually imagine yourself you are talking with them fluently. This is, believe me, it's a life changing, amazing feeling. Anybody, you have two choices. You actually really become a Japanese speaker and you can really communicate with them, or never. That was my choice in the 6 years ago. My life tell me, am I become a Japanese, like do I become a Japanese speaker, English speaker, or other language? Like now I can speak 3 languages, 4 languages, like you know you know this is my native language, Japanese. But it's, if I just continue same things every day, which is nothing change, so I will just speak Japanese, and then I will never join, the conversation in English. So that's the things to Japanese people also the same. So many people know that this we need to speak English in the future, but also we need to sometimes decide. We need to really make a decision to actually, I will be there. I will be there. I'm going to join the conversation. I'm going to be really fluent. And then today, I'm going to do this. One progress. That's here. Exactly. 365 days. You just need to do this. Specific pronunciation exercises, specific speaking training to actually really become a Japanese speaker. So I'm actually, everybody can join like this conversation. That it's, you cannot maybe believe yourself that I can really join there and okay, hey, I speak. But you can do this. You can do this. Everybody can do this. Me, I could do. Now I can speak English. Can you imagine? For the first time in my life, I just record myself in English. Can you imagine you record yourself, maybe live streaming and speaking Japanese confidently? Try imagine this feeling. That's amazing. Really, really amazing. So that's why you need really, believe yourself that you can do this, of course. Why not? Why not? But you need specific training. You cannot hope, zero hope, just make a progress every day. So today's pronunciation training Before we go to the pronunciation training, let's see this comment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then if you have any question, any request, you can write down here. Okay? So let's see. Jane, thank you so much. So, hello, Terumi. What is your advice to improve our listening comprehension? So, listening is one of the most difficult. One of the most difficult. Why? Try imagine. Even the American people cannot sometimes not understand Scottish English. Try imagine. Native people sometimes cannot understand the same English. How are you gonna understand? How are you gonna understand the Japanese each prefecture? Each prefecture speaks different. Tokyo, Hokkaido, Osaka, Kyushu, everything. This is not your priority right now. You just need to speak now. Then after that, you're gonna communicate with Japanese people a lot. It's like me. Now I become English speaker. It doesn't mean that I can communicate with everyone perfectly. I can communicate with American, but sometimes, oh, what kind of accent? Wow. Sorry, what did you say? What did you say? What did you say? Sometimes I happen. And then it's again Irish, Scottish, Australian. It's everybody different English. This is even I can speak right now English doesn't mean I can listen everything. Listening is one of the most difficult part. You should not start right now. You should become a speaker first. Like me, now I can speak English doesn't mean I can hear all type of English. You know? So that's why listening is one of the most difficult. You need to really start communicating with the people. Otherwise, your listening skill never actually really improve. It's believe me, it's not watching movie is not your brain is really focusing on your listening. If you're just enjoying the entertainment because of the anime, because of the movie, your listening skill is quite not improving. Try imagine all Japanese people. We know Hollywood movie. We listen always English, but who speaks English fluently like a native is really little. Which means everybody watching movie doesn't mean they can speak like a native. So that's why just this is a fact. Try think. So that's why this is not something you can do everybody listening, but when you communicate everybody speaks to you very very differently. You cannot really prepare right now. You need to communicate with many many type of people, like Irish, like Australian today, America, Texas America, like New York America, and Los Angeles, America. If I really want to like improve my listening, English listening, then I have to meet a lot of English, Indian English, Filipino English. A lot of English exists. And how can I prepare with a textbook? Impossible, impossible. Believe me, Japanese, we have so many pronunciation, and you cannot do anything with alone. You need to meet a people. So in order to meet people, you need to start speaking. Okay, so thank you so much. And so next comment. So Orlando, thank you so much. Hi, tell me how easy say it is a Greek guy open a shop in Japan compared to Greece. Uh, how easy would you say it is a Greek guy open a shop in Japan compared to Greece? Definitely open the shop in Japan is more difficult, of course, because how are you gonna sell without a Japanese speaking skill? If you really have the already good sales in Greece, for example, let's say what is the most famous cosmetics company in Greece is Kores, right? Kores, for example, I already can sell a lot of Kores in Greece. So easy to sell in Greece. Oh, that's too easy for me. Then let's go, for example, English country. And then after that, it's, for example, Japan. Kores is actually really good sales in Japan too. So that's why you have to have, first of all, good business skill because it's open a shop, right? You know, first of all, you are good at the business, then go to the international business. And then specific country, which is Japan, is it's nothing is the same with USA and Japan. It's a people's mentality is very, very different. So that's why um you start the business in Japan. Fastest way. What is the fastest way? Open the shop in Japan is you actually make the business partner with the Japanese people. That's easy. For example, some people already have a shop in Japan. They are really going well, and why not? Why not like collaborate with them? Yeah, that's the fastest way. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the next comment. So, Likan, thank you so much. Interesting question. Still, it seems he's not an entrepreneur, but I like to hear an idea. Huh. Actually, I'm doing the business for 12 years, so maybe you can call. So this is you can decide. Uh, yeah, I never actually studied like a business, but it's this is also good communication because I am good at communication. So that's why I met a lot of great business person in Tokyo. You know, I was living in Tokyo for 7 years, right? Taught me so many amazing things. That's why now I'm here. So I really thanks, for example, Daichi. Daichi, are you hearing? Daichi, thank you so much. Or like Shinya-san, are you hearing Shinya-san? Yeah, thank you so much. Or Naka-san, thank you so much. I really have so, many really great people in Tokyo, and that's why I'm here. I learned so many things. So always, people, the people is a specialist. Your school teacher is not a specialist of everything. It's so difficult to actually find a specialist in the school, but it's if you get out from the school, you can meet a lot of specialists, right? And then that's actually you need to communicate with the specialist, and then that's the fastest way to learn something. So yeah, Tokyo is one of the biggest city. You can meet everyone. So, Orlando, thank you so much. So, I'm not saying this, but I just want to see a realistic perspective, because if you think about entrepreneur as a big of money or can open a shop anymore, no, it's you don't need to be like a big money and then like start business in Japan. No, it's definitely not, because look, this laptop is just you can find a 600 euro, $600, right? And this laptop can actually start open a shop. Why not? You can do the online shop. That's why I'm telling you, why not do you start actually the online business first? Because this is a no risk, almost no risk. You actually try to imagine you go to Japan, how much money you're gonna need, and then try imagine you actually rent that shop, how much, and you actually renovate the shop inside, how much? Easily you can spend like 100,000 euro for like no one can promise you that your business will going well in Japan. That's why not? Why you you should start now online business to Japanese people. Try learn Japanese, try to open the online shop. It's almost free. And you can just learn the Japanese and you can start doing the business. And you can actually see the market if it's going well, your product is amazing or not, right? So let's see. RN Lundy, thank you so much. So I'm getting prepared for Japanese speaking for my future visit to Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, I told you whatever the make decision is the most important. I hope or I wish. When you're saying I hope, I wish, it doesn't happen actually. You don't need to hope. Yeah, the coronavirus, we don't know when we're gonna finish, but anyway, it will not continue exactly the same situation forever. 2020 to 2021 is a little different, so which means next year also it's different. You don't need to hope. You can find a job online, remote work. You can do so many preparation right now, You don't need to, just I wish or I hope. So, Landy, let's start. Yeah, it's a time is a money. You don't want to become old suddenly and then still it's the same situation. I lost the timing, everything. No, yeah, just make a decision and let's start. Great. So next comment. Frank, thank you so much. I'm from Texas. I can't even understand the accent here, and I'm a native English speaker. Yeah, I understand exactly what you feel like. It's difficult to really understand the conversation. So that's why listening is difficult, as I said. But speaking is easy. You just need to, for example, my name is Terumi is easy, but it's listening all conversation is more difficult. Obviously, logically, you know, my name is Terumi is easy to say, but it's understand the whole conversation is difficult. That's why what you need to do for the communication with a native is first, let's speak. You can control yourself. You cannot control the society. You can control your tongue. You cannot control, all the Japanese people. Right. So that's why let's say, easiest part, let's do. That's why today is pronunciation training. Yep. So thank you so much, everyone. Your comment is actually really makes the lesson better because I can't understand what lesson should I do because your comment is your idea, and then it's gonna be a nice idea to make a better lesson today. So let's do first. What do you need to do to improve the pronunciation? So step one. Step one is a make self introduction. So this is always I say the make self introduction. Why? Why? Why so important? Because this is most frequently used sentences in your life. In your life, how many times you said your name? How many times you said that it's how you grow, how you actually became right now the situation, how now if you're a computer programmer and what you're doing, self introduction, and where are you working, self introduction, and how you start the life there, and self introduction. It's without these conversation there's nothing start more serious conversation. I can like I meet like a stranger here on the road and then I can suddenly speak I don't know what. I can just say, hi, I'm from Japan. Actually, I'm living here and what I'm doing is this. And how about you? Are you a local person? Like this, right? This is the first conversation, especially if you don't have a thousand of Japanese friends. If you don't have Japanese friends, right now, what you need to do is your self introduction. Before you start training the listening, what you need to do is today how much you can present yourself so people can understand you. If you don't present yourself, how the Japanese people think about you? Try imagine. Comment here if you don't actually really introduce yourself at all. When the Japanese people see you, how they feel, how they think about you without Japanese self introduction. And this person really cannot speak English. Without self introduction, what the actually things they think? What do you think, everyone? What do you think? Like I live in, let's say, Europe, and then I don't talk any English. What the European people see me and then what they think? Asian? Sure. They are not sure Korean, Chinese, Japanese, from Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, maybe am I Indian? And any guessing can be. So I don't talk anything. Oh yeah, Asian woman is there. What's they doing? Huh? What's they doing? Mm, just it's like this. Some guessing is, and then of course it's very far away to even feel familiar, or like I want to. I feel like familiar. I can even trust. It's so difficult to actually be trusted without self introduction. How actually people think, okay, I can trust her. How? If I don't trust, if the native people don't trust you, how they actually become friends? How become friends? How become actually like work together? Like somebody said here, want to open the shop. How they feel like let's open the shop together. So that's why self introduction is the most important. So that's the easiest way to actually start prepare your communication with the Japanese people. And then also at the same time, this is the most frequently used sentences. So that's why let's prepare your self introduction. This is a priority. So that's why I'm a little bit now checking today's sentences. Yeah. Okay. So next step. Next step. Step one is make self introduction. Step two, get correct pronunciation. For example, let's say you can say, I am American, let's say. And then how you say, try to say to your alone. Now you are, I think, listening this YouTube alone and try to introduce yourself. I hope I could hear. Try to introduce yourself in Japanese. 10 second. 10 second, no problem. 10 second, try to introduce yourself. Okay, so 10 second, I think you introduce yourself in Japanese. And then how do you feel actually? Maybe, my sentence is correct or not? Am I saying correctly or not? Am I saying correctly because of my pronunciation? Is because of my grammar? Because of my like vocabulary? Is it like how I use or not? Is it correct or not? Most people think like this. My sentence is correct or not? Or like even like this is a natural way? Is it natural Japanese or not? So that's why sentence making perfect sentence is first of all you have to make the sentence. If you are not sure, am I saying correctly or not, then there's no point to go next step because your maybe your sentence is already wrong. Okay, no meaning to pronounce it if the sentence is wrong. So that's why you have to make I am from United States. This pronunciation is perfect. アメリカから来ました or アメリカ人です。If this pronunciation, this sentence is perfect, if you know, then next is definitely correct pronunciation. If you're saying America, then it's maybe wrong in Japanese. So that's why America, America. So how can I check the correct pronunciation? Am I saying correctly or not? So this is several way to check. If you have the native friends or native teacher, of course you should check with the native people right away. Right away. For example, I have an Indian student and today he taught me Indian sentences. For example, I want to learn Indian language. Then I ask exactly native people immediately and I record my voice. And I exactly said Am I saying correctly? And she said yes. He said yes. So that's why. Let's see.
मेरा नाम तेरुमी है.
मेरा नाम तेरुमी है.
मुझे करी पसंद है.
मुझे करी पसंद है. So this is like my name is Terumi and I like curry means in Indian. How cool it is. You know, when I learned the correct pronunciation, the native people said yes. So why not? Immediately I record my voice. So I will never forget. I never forget. So this is, tech. Let's use. We have a voice recorder. Everyone has a voice recorder, right? Please get the correct pronunciation. There's no meaning if you don't know the perfect pronunciation. How can I speak next sentences? How I can speak 1 hour perfectly with even if I don't know any perfect pronunciation. So that's why we need to use, first of all, sentence is perfect because my name is Terumi. That I want to know. And also I love curry. I like curry. If I meet Indian people, definitely I'm gonna say this phrase, right? Then make self-introduction. Check the pronunciation perfect. Native people said yes. And if you don't have a native people, anything, no teacher, no friends, zero, finally, what you can do is, again, you can use the technology actually. There are so many nice technologies, so I'm going to share what you can do. So let's share the screen. I mean, it's free. Internet is free. Everybody can do with this check. Okay. So just you need Google Translate. That's super easy. So everybody can search Google Translate. Free. And voice recognition. Activate. And then you can check your pronunciation. And you can even check what is this pronunciation. For example, you say I am from Japan. You are say I'm from America. Let's speak Japanese and English translation. And let's speak. 出身はアメリカです。Perfect. Right? So, I said correctly. Right? I said super correctly. 出身はアメリカです。But try to think if you couldn't pronounce it perfectly, what's happened? This is 出身. Here it's written even. Pronunciation 出身はアメリカです。Even Google knows. 出身はアメリカです。Perfect. Google, amazing. The robots speak perfectly. And so that's why, of course, if you don't have a native teacher, if you don't have a native friends, this is also one of the way to actually check your pronunciation. And even you can check the pronunciation with your voice and with the robot voice also. Try to think this shushin, if you didn't pronounce it perfectly, how the actual robot work. So reset. So shushin is I am from, right? Then try imagine if you didn't say correctly. 囚人はアメリカ人です。So, what was the differences before? You are now saying my husband is American. Yep. 主人はアメリカ人です。This, what was the differences? Before was 出身, right? Was I am from America. And now you say 主人は アメリカ人です。My husband is America. So pronunciation is so important because if you don't pronounce it correctly, meaning change, of course. 囚人 囚人 is prisoner. Prisoner. 習字 calligraphy means actually this is a penmanship. Huh. I didn't know that. Yeah, calligraphy also you can say. So one more time, let's check. What you need to pronounce it is this one. 出身はアメリカです。So you have to say 出身。出身。If you say 囚人 is a prisoner. 習字 is calligraphy. 主人 is husband. And then even like we have a similar pronunciation. Let's see if the Google can recognize. 就寝 Amazing. So 就寝 is go to the bed. So 出身 is I'm from, right? I'm from 出身 and now 就寝 is go to the bed. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, the technology is amazing. You know, the Google can really recognize the native pronunciation, but it's the things is only they can understand the native pronunciation. So that's because it's that's the correct pronunciation. So try imagine such a small differences. You make a mistake every each sentences, and then of course native people will ask you, oh, what did you say? It go to the bed, you are gonna you do you want to sleep, or you prisoner, are you prisoner, or no, your friend is a prisoner. Oh, what happened? You wanted to say I'm from. I have no idea. I didn't know that because you said shujin. No, you didn't say shushin. So with such a small difference is so difficult. That's why you don't need to learn a lot of vocabulary. You just need to present yourself perfectly. Nothing else. This is a perfect sentences and a perfect pronunciation, and this is what you need today. You don't need to learn millions of sentences, thousands of sentences. If you cannot present yourself perfectly, how are you going to talk more? So that's why self-introduction, get the correct pronunciation, and then next is understanding the meaning, of course. Okay, for example, let's go self-introduction. Always I show my self-introduction. So let's see. So what does it mean get to understand the meaning? So understanding the meaning is exactly, for example, let's go here. 出身は日本です。So what does it mean 出身? 出身. If you don't understand the meaning, what's the point to learn the phrase? So you got the self-introduction, you got the correct pronunciation, and next is what does it mean? 出身 is birthplace, and then Japan. So try to introduce yourself. Also, this is all sentences is exactly what does it mean demo? What does it mean demo? What does it mean Nihon? What does it mean Minami? What does it mean Kumamoto? What does it mean 育ちました? of course, you need to understand the meaning of the sentences. Otherwise, you got the pronunciation, you got the self-introduction, but I don't understand what I'm saying. How are you going to use it if you don't understand the each sentences? So that's why you have to understand the meaning. Okay, so let's go. Step 4. Step 4 is repeat. Repetition, please say 10, 100 times. You just need one sentence per day. Do you remember? Remember, you just need 365 days, 365 perfect. Do you understand the perfect sentence means? It's perfect pronunciation is including. Okay, perfect sentences, you just need sentence per day. 365 days later, if you cannot speak about yourself perfectly, and I'm gonna ask you why. Why? Because you didn't do the training. You just need the training. Everybody, everybody next to you, your mother, your grandmother, grandfather, everybody can speak Japanese. You just need a simple practice. So, for example, if you want to say perfectly this sentence, でも日本の南の熊本で育ちました。For example, I grew up this place in my country. For example, that's a so simple sentence. And then, but still, I cannot speak such a simple sentence. I cannot even pronounce it correctly. Then what you need is you just need to repeat. でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも、でも is but, okay, but. 日本の南 Southern Japan 日本の南日本の南日本の南日本の南日本の南日本の南日本の南 Unfortunately, I cannot do with you guys 100 times, but you just need the 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I just started explaining just a few minutes ago. You just need 10 minutes to do such a simple training that it's even the 3 years old kid can do. 日本の南、日本の南。Hey everyone in the world, let's speak. 日本の南、日本の南、日本の南、日本の南。Hey grandmother, 日本の南、日本の南。Hey grandpa, 日本の南、日本の南。And still, if you cannot say Southern Japan, such a simple sentence. Why? Because maybe you didn't repeat. You know, everybody has a mother language when they born. If you are born as a Japanese person, you could speak perfectly because they repeat 1,000 times because they are born in Japan and they spoke same sentences every single day. And you just need to buy this time and you just need to repeat at same time, many times, you know, same sentences. 日本の南、日本の南。Okay? And then, 熊本で育ちました。I grew up in 熊本。I grew up in 熊本。So, hey everyone in the world, let's speak. 熊本で育ちました。熊本で育ちました。熊本で育ちました。熊本で育ちました。熊本で育ちました。Hi, all together, everyone in the world, 3 years old kid, 60 years old man. Everybody can speak this simple sentence about you. Self-introduction in Japanese, how cool it is. でも、日本の南の熊本で育ちました。でも、日本の南の熊本で育ちました。Hi, 100 times. Let's say together, all together. This is your self-introduction. You're gonna use it forever whenever you meet a Japanese person. Why not? Why not? You just need to repeat how many times? 10 times, 100 times. 1 year later, if you say, I cannot introduce myself in Japanese, why? You just didn't do the training. Nothing else. Everybody can speak Japanese. Okay, so let's do this. Next, step 5. Yep, pronunciation. So how you gonna pronounce, improve the pronunciation? And then this is, you actually repeat and repeat, and then this is you memorize the pronunciation. Maybe your dream is today, 日本の南、日本の南、日本の南、日本の南、日本の南、日本の南。My dream was Southern Japan. Oh my God. Oh, you start becoming Japanese. Your dream became Japanese. Amazing. Great. 日本の南、日本の南、日本の南。Southern Japan, right? So this must be your self-introduction, right? So if you're British, 私はイギリス人です。私はイギリス人です。私はイギリス人です。私はイギリス人です。I'm British. Oh my God, I cannot forget. I repeat so many times. How can I make a mistake? Yeah, I made a lot of exercises. Amazing. This is actually a way to become like a native. Native. So listening is one of the most difficult things. You cannot prepare, but you can speak. This is the first step. If you can communicate with Japanese people, you have the future actually, because you're going to meet a lot of people, because you want to introduce. You can even start making the sentences, right? So that's why you can actually start communicating. You can actually even start understanding the sentence structure, and then you can even start arranging the sentences. Arrangement the sentences, if you can do, will be amazing. For example, if you can say 私はアメリカ人です. If you actually learn this sentence, then next step, my mother is also American. My friends, my best friends, my coworker is also American. 同僚もアメリカ人です。私はアメリカ人です。同僚もアメリカ人です。You just need to extend the sentences from the basic idea that it's I am American, and next step is my coworker also American. Yeah. So like this, you need to present yourself. You actually really memorized everything. It's like even like your dream becomes your self-introduction. Next step is actually you can arrange the sentence. Next step, you're ready to meet the Japanese people. You actually really meet the Japanese people, and even you can actually ask. You can even memorize this question. Oh, what did you say? What is this vocabulary? I am learning Japanese. Ah, this is a new vocabulary. Thank you so much. You just need to start communicating. So in order to do this, you need some basic things to actually start speaking with the Japanese people. That's actually you can do today. So thank you so much today. I hope you understand this pronunciation training. So this is the first step to actually meet Japanese people fastest way. If you are just opening the textbook, what I can here. For example, let's say a lot of people start doing this, like writing, right? Writing. I have like this because I was teaching writing too. And when you are doing the writing, not bad, but you're not exercising anything about speaking. Writing. For example, my daughter, 5 years old, she don't understand anything from here because it's kanji letter. She won't understand anything, but she can speak. You see, you can speak without writing system. So that's why try to think your future. What is the priority? You're gonna spend the kanji for many years, or you're gonna speak soon because you want to work, you want to find the friends. what is your priority? You cannot do at the same time everything, because it's just that, this is, you are trying to be a native, that it takes so much time. So you don't need to be right now native exercise, writing, reading, listening, everything without your Japanese mother, Japanese father, Japanese friends. If you do it everything alone, it's going to be really tough. And try to think what you need today, and you can just need to make a progress today to motivate yourself. So thank you so much. And then tomorrow we're gonna do that again, live streaming. So I hope you're gonna come back here. So thank you so much. ありがとうございました。またね。ありがとうございます。